Richmond, Matrix Basements. I'm here with Jared and Michelle in Naperville, Illinois, in one of the coolest basements we've built to date. I want to thank you for having us out today. Absolutely. Thank you for your business. We appreciate it. Thanks for the opportunity to show those watching this amazing space. Tell us a little bit about how you found us, kind of the vision for this space, and how the project went, and are you enjoying it? And when are you going to convert over to a Bears fan?
So we had found Matrix just online at Instagram, Facebook, seeing posts out there. We were excited to engage. We also had went to a few of open houses, so it was a great opportunity to get a sense of what we could do. I think we took an existing basement, very dated, into something modern, light and bright, which is exactly what we were looking for.
Yeah, I think, taking the tours that you guys offered, we're like, let's dive into the shallow end and see how deep we can get. And through the, the conversations that we had with your team, decided to go for it. And there will never be a Bears piece of anything down here. So go
and
Pack,
we love
go.
it. And we love it.
Yeah.
So we are very happy with our decision to move forward.
Well, it turned out awesome. You made some great selections, and your vision came to reality here. And this is a really, really fun space. We're going to take you through, show you some of the features, give you some ideas for those who are watching of the possibilities of what you could do with your basement. So we're here in the bar, this amazing space. Look at how many seats you have here to entertain your friends and family. Tell us a little bit about the vision for this space. How did you decide on this spot down here in the basement? And what do you love the most about the bar that you have down here?
Awesome. Well, our old bar was exactly in the same place. So I think the placement, just in terms of being able to access all the rooms and see the TVs, was ideal. So we didn't want to change kind of placement. Making it larger was one of our visions. So the original bar was very thin, and I would bump into my husband all the time trying to get around, taking care of people, waiting on others. So we wanted it to be wide, enough room for many people. We have a large family, 5 kids, so 8 seats at minimum was what we were looking for, and the 2-tier style was something we were really excited about.
Adding the appliances and stuff like that down here, you never can have enough ice when you're hosting, regardless of the size of the event. Or I'm sick and tired of running up and down stairs, so the dishwasher down here behind the bar also is extremely convenient, along with the 2 fridges for various beverages and things like that. So again, just really kind of making a mini kitchen down here, and you're just enjoying it.
Yeah, you got it all going on down here. I mean, this is definitely an ultimate entertaining space. Glad you guys are enjoying it.
Thanks.
And I can understand, being a Packers fan, why you would need all this alcohol.
Yeah.
Good, better, and different, win, lose, or draw.
I grew up in Michigan, as a Lions fan, so that we've been very patient.
Yeah.
So I really love your bar, but something about this bookshelf is drawing me over here to this area, and I have a feeling maybe there's something going on back here. What an incredible room this is. You guys, when you said you were going to make updates and changes, you weren't playing around, were you? This is such a cool area. Talk about an amazing space to relax, entertain. Everything down here in this room especially is super cohesive. It turned out amazing. It feels like we're in a Speakeasy in Chicago, and it's that nice. Who came up with the design for this space? All these different selections. Tell us a little bit about how you got to this point.
Yeah, it was your design team, right? We had Scott and Peter, several folks on your committee and team, and we just kind of explained what we wanted to see. They were really great with giving us options. Do you want a fluted wall, or what kind of different things or features can you add into your space? And so they really listened to what we wanted. And
yeah, they're like, you had the fireplace out in the other room. Wouldn't that be better if we moved it into here, put a little TV above it? So if you're in here, not necessarily for sports, because that's out there, but again, just to have an ambiance, sign like this in the background. And then the whole lighting thing that they did is just incredible. And then again, all them, they're like, hey, how would you like to not just drink your wine or whiskey? How would you like to display it? And that's where that all came to be. So really just incredible insight from your team.
So it sounds like they took your vision, kind of your palette, but then they made it easy for you to execute on the decisions to get it to this point. And it turned out beautiful. And I appreciate that our design team, is investing the kind of energy and time necessary to build something like this, because this is a one-of-a-kind space.
Yeah, it's hard. You don't want to make the wrong choices, right? And you're not going to redo it once you've done it the first time, and it's hard to visualize what it's going to turn out to be. And so I think they allowed us to kind of get that vision, feel comfortable that what the product was going to be at the end was going to be what we would see. So
Yes, made the investment that much easier. Absolutely.
So coming out of that amazing Speakeasy, now we find ourselves here in your sports book. It looks like an amazing place to watch a game, watch multiple games, watch movies. Tell us about the vision for this space, and tell us a little bit about how you're using the space.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the visions that I had with this, outside of Michelle's and everything that she's described, was I wanted a wall of TVs, just like you have in Vegas or any other sports book that you've ever been to. I wanted to have that experience here in my home. So worked with some AV units to be able to get this done. But what Matrix was really awesome with doing was preparing the wall for it. They knew exactly what I wanted. The framing to be able to support the obvious weight that's on these walls, and working with the AV technicians to be able to get the wiring run through, because obviously there's a few wires behind here to make this happen. But just again, really thrilled with what Matrix was able to do to prep this and get it ready for obviously what you see behind here.
And you mentioned building the wall to support the TVs, building the wall with the foresight of the AV component. Show us this closet over here, because I think this is a really interesting touch. And I didn't even know that there was a door here until you shared it with me.
Yeah, future state will be that there'll be some additional sound capabilities here. So we have a hidden closet that you obviously can't see, to your point, and this will store a lot of the additional sound system equipment that will be coming.
That's
in
smart.
The next round. Yep.
Very cool.
And for families, we can equally use this space for movie time. We have teenage children all the way down to 9, and they love just coming down and watching their favorite shows. Family movie night, it's a great opportunity for families to enjoy as well.
So share with us how you learned about Matrix. Where did you find us? What prompted you to call us out to meet with you? And then maybe you can go into some discussion about the initial interaction with Drew, your amazing design consultant.
Sounds good. Yeah, I had seen social media posts on both Instagram and Facebook. I had kind of followed other basement transformations and remodels, which was exciting to see. And so I think that was the first kind of inclination of, wow, look at these amazing basements. Could our basement somehow look like this or be, similar in nature? And so kind of the art of possible is what I was able to see through those posts. We then started going to some of the open houses just to get a sense of real live work that had happened in our local community. And after that, we're like, you know what, it's free estimates, and let's give it a try and see what they have to say.
Yeah, dream big, anything's possible. That's kind of the message that Drew painted for us when we met with him. It was kind of really scribble scratching just the design of the whole layout, what it could be. And honestly, with our space, as was said to us, throughout the project, it was like the layout initially was just fantastic. It was already finished, as we, I think, already covered a little bit. But it was like, how do we enhance it? How do we modernize it? And through the whole process, that was able to be done. And even after the project started, there was some customization that was added in. I don't want to say on the fly, it was planned, but it was kind of like, hey, that wasn't what we initially talked about, but they were real flexible with some of the things we wanted to do as the project went on and as time went on throughout the 4 months.
Yeah, and Drew took our wish list, what are the non-negotiables that you need to have in your space and I need to have in my space. And so that was a nice kind of compliment. And he tried to design creative ways with the space that we have to kind of get all of those needs achieved. What I thought was most kind of amazing is that we took an area that we traditionally used as a storage space and made it my home office. So, an area where a sump pump is, you would imagine never being able to build livable space in that area, and really made a functional office that I'm happy to work in every day. So
your hideaway from everything
my
else
hideaway,
goes on.
yes,
Yeah.
for my husband and my kids sometimes, but yeah.
All right, and then after you met with Drew and you decided to take the leap of faith with Matrix, we had our subsequent technical review / kind of massaging out the design portion of it. That's where Peter came into the picture. Can you talk a little bit about that sort of pre-construction, tightening up the plan, the inspiration, some of those things we talked about in the Speakeasy with Peter?
Yeah, so Peter came with the original plans that Drew provided, right? So he kind of had an idea of what we were looking for. He took, I think, the best of all the designs he's done in several different spaces and brought choices and selection forward to us, knowing we wanted a more modern basement. Here are some things to consider with your countertops or what type of cabinets you might be using. Gave us some unique perspective on not just having plain walls, as you've seen in some of our other video sections here. The fluted wall, we've leveraged that kind of design feature in several of the rooms that we had. So you just kind of put the pen to paper and helped us try to visualize, what was originally just drawn on a piece of paper, what could be when our space was actually done, and allowed us to see kind of what worked for other homeowners through pictures and just kind of showing us the design books, which kind of helped get us where we needed to be.
What was going to make it pop? So obviously we're going for, as you've seen, a couple of different looks within the same space. You have the Speakeasy look, you have the sports book, you have the sports bar look that we're kind of sitting in now. What was going to make that come to life and represent those two spaces like we wanted? So obviously here, a little bit, brighter, a little bit more of a pop to it. The Speakeasy, a little bit obviously darker, a little bit more reserved. So again, just down to that level of detail in terms of the color scheme and everything like that he was able to coordinate for us was just easier than I think we ever thought would be.
And talk a little bit just about the process. Then the work starts, you have people coming and going. The fun part, of this process of building everything, from maybe the builder trend technology that we use to communicate to your project manager. Talk a little bit to that part of things, just living through the process of it actually being built.
Can I start with this one?
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing for us is when we made the commitment, it was going to be, they laid out the plan through the builder trend app. It was amazing to me. This day we're doing this. This week we're doing this, and that's exactly what happened. And part of the thing that I think made it easy for us to get this done in the time frame that was allowed is we were here. So if you sign up for something like this, we know we got lives, we have all the kids and all the dogs and everything, but for us to be here, there was no delay in terms of the progress, because we were able to be here and let them in and do what they needed to do. So real easy to work with. And again, as I mentioned earlier, even some of the customization that came into play after work had started was we just rolled with it because we were here and able to openly communicate. So I don't know.
Yeah, they were able to use access entry points through, the
storm drain, or
the
whatever those are called.
Yes. So they were able to go through the windows down here in the basement, which minimized kind of impact upstairs to our family living. We have 2 dogs we were trying to keep at bay as well, so they were able to be contained in a way that didn't interfere with the project. Victor, I think, was a great project manager. He kept us informed every step in the way. I think he's probably on speed dial for me or speed text between any question that we had, and even to the point of we made very small design changes throughout the process, right? So yes, we had Drew come in with the pictures. We had, Peter help with the design strategy. When we went to execute, there were things we were changing any given minute at every given day. And Victor was great with kind of accommodating those last minute change requests. And
the amount of people that came in and out of this house and the amount of hours, if you added that up, that's what really also kind of blew my mind away, is just the amount of coordination that we didn't necessarily see. I mean, we're name dropping Victor, deservedly so, Drew and Peter, right? Obviously, but just the whole team behind it, the whole crew that Victor led. I mean, just the coordination again that we probably never saw by design. It was just unbelievable.
Thank you for that. And that's good to hear. That's good for me to hear. It makes me feel good to know your experience was good during the construction phase. Communication was good. I guess moving now into enjoying the space, talk a little bit about what's the reaction of friends and neighbors and family when they come down into this basement? What's some of the feedback you're getting from people who've never seen it before?
Lots of in awe, like mouth-dropping expressions. They lived in the basement before when we had, kind of the dark and dusty view of the basement at that time. And to come down, like, you see eyes light up, you see mouths drop open, and a lot of wow, and why are we going out to the bars and restaurants when we can be entertaining here in our own home and amongst friends and family in a little more private, personal space. So
yeah, no lines, no waiting here. That's part of the reason why we did this is, again, bigger family. We're fortunate to have extended family, lots of friends and stuff to come down, and yeah, they're like just jaw drop. They don't have the words for it, whether they're seeing the wall for the first time, seeing the bar for the first time, let alone when they walk into the Speakeasy that we visited earlier. It's what we wanted. We want it to be a place for people to come and enjoy, not so much to brag or show off, but it's like, hey, just come here, safe haven, hang out, you know where your kids are, regardless of age, and just come here and have a good time.
And last but not least, what would you say to someone who's watching this, that's considering finishing their basement, they're trying to find the right company and they're looking at Matrix? What would you say to a potential customer?
Yeah, I mean, I would never go back in time and do it different. I think they were a great company to work with, above and beyond partnership, not just to get our project done, just making sure we were satisfied even after the work was done, continuous follow-ups and making sure we got the project to where we wanted it to be. Also encourage those who are just kind of on the fence with, I'll do it next year, I'll do it next year, I'll do it next year. Next year may never come. And so really to be able to enjoy the space that you have while you have the time to enjoy it is a huge thing that I'm glad that we took the leap of faith to do.
Yeah, 100%. I can't say any better. I'm so glad that we did it, and just really appreciative to everyone that was involved, no doubt.
Well, Jared, Michelle, really appreciate this opportunity to be able to walk through this space. Thank you for all the things that you said about Matrix. We really appreciate your business. We appreciate you being a part of our family. For those of you watching, hopefully this inspires you, gives you some motivation to change your lifestyle and take advantage of that space. You've already paid for it. Why not finish it?